Hi guys, Nick is here from Space. Welcome to our video series for implementation of SketchUp in architectural design workflow. Hopefully, during this time you will enjoy at the first place, you will learn something, and you will find the way how SketchUp could improve your ability to create, to produce, and to deliver on time much more successful projects than ever before. But let's stop talking and go ahead to see the topic today. I opened the SketchUp by using our template for work that we have created previous time. So now, actually we are ready to start to draw our project. But before that, I would like to rearrange a little bit the default tray in order to see much more clearly and separately the text, outliner and the scenes of the project. In order to do that, I will go to the main menu bar, to the menu window, and here I have an option to manage trays. For now, I have only the default tray, and by checking and unchecking these dialog boxes, I can load or unload all these program elements. Now I will create a new tray. The name will be tags, and here in this new tray I would like to see only the tags and the outliner of the project. And when I'm finished, I have to click Add. The second new tray will be the scenes, and here in this new tray I would like to see only the scenes of the project. When I'm finished, I can close this window, and now I have separately my materials, components, project styles and so on, my tags and outliner and the scenes of the project, and I can easily switch between these trays from these buttons here. Actually now I'm ready to start our project. At first I'm going to save our project in order to tell SketchUp where exactly to save my files and to create backup of our work. By clicking Save button, I already created this project folder and two subfolders. The first one is related to our project data, the initial data of the project, for example geodesy plan, urban plan and so on, and the second one will be our subfolder for project model. Here I will save our file and I will name it. The name will be, let's say, house project, and click save, and that's it. We are ready to start drawing our project. The first step will be to create the urban plan for the project and building plot where we will going to place later on the project, as well as some project environments such as roads, pedestrians, adjacent plots and so on. In order to do that, I will use a reference file that I already received from the geodesy team. I placed this file in our project folder, in project data, and here in the site folder I have this reference file in DWG and JPEG format. And now I will show you how to use both formats. Let's start at first with DWG format. In order to use it, you have to import the DWG format into the SketchUp. In order to do that, I will go to the File menu, and here I have an option to import files into the SketchUp. here is our DWG file, and I have to import it. But before that, it is important to use options in order to tell SketchUp what kind of unit style to use for importing the file. I will use millimeters because our original SketchUp file is in millimeters, so I have to check here the millimeters, and then I can click OK and import the file. It will takes a little time SketchUp to read this file and to open it into the SketchUp environment. So we are almost ready, and now SketchUp tells us what kind of file is imported, the number of layers, the number of lines, and stuff like this. Click close, and here now we have our SketchUp, our DWG format imported in SketchUp, and it is placed exactly to the starting point of our coordinate system. The information that comes with this DWG file is in 2D, so as you can see, it is completely flat information. The next step will be to check the scale of this file, if it is correct or not. For that reason, I will do some measurements. If you remember, the unit style in our SketchUp format is in millimeters, so here the distance is, let's say, 9 meters, so I'm okay with the scale of the file. If you highlight the file and go to our default tray, as you can see, the file actually SketchUp import this file as a component, but in order to use it later on, I don't want this file to be a component. Instead of component, I would like this file to be in a group, and all the information from the file to be in a group, in a separate group. In order to make this component a group, at first I will explode this file. Now I can pick all the lines from the imported file. I will grab all these lines, right click with the mouse, and now SketchUp gives me the opportunity to make a group. And now all the information from the DWG file is in a group, and if you go to your outliner, this group is listed here, and I will rename this group, and the name will be, let's say, the Urban Plan DWG. Click enter, and now I'm ready to go ahead with this file. The next step will be to assign a tag to this group that we have made, and if you mark the group, now you can see that for this moment the group is untagged. In order to tag a group, I will go to my project browser and to see if there is an appropriate tag. As you can see here in the project base, I don't have actually a tag for my urban plan, so I will create a new tag, and the name of this tag will be, let's say, Urban Plan DWG. Click enter, and now I have an appropriate tag for this group, and I will tag the group I will assign a tag to the group, and in order to check, I can mark this group and go to the entity info, and now actually I have SketchUp tells me that the tag of this group is 01.0 urban plan DWG, and the instance is my group urban plan DWG. So by this way I have created my DWG file into the separate group, and this group is named into my outliner, and this group has assigned a tag urban plan DWG. Now I'm ready to continue ahead and to create my urban plan in SketchUp. But before that, I would like to show you how you can use your JPEG file instead of DWG file. In order to do that, at first I will lock our DWG file, and I will hide the information by using our project browser. As you can see now, in our outliner list, the group urban plan DWG is also hidden. Now I have a clear space where I can place my image file. Again, I will go from the top view, and now I can import our JPEG file. This time, instead of using DWG, I will use JPEG file. When select this file, you can see that there is no any kind of option to use and to choose your preferred unit style, because actually this is a picture and you can import this picture into SketchUp, such as image file or texture or new match photo. I will use image because this is an image, and I will import this image into the SketchUp. Now SketchUp gives us an opportunity to place the first point of this image, and I would like this first point to be our starting point of coordinate system. So I will click this first point, and now I have actually an opportunity to scale this picture in some scale. When I'm okay with the result that I have seen into the screen, I can click second time, and now this image file actually is imported into the SketchUp. Obviously, this image file is not in scale, and in addition, I cannot see this file here in my project browser as well in our outliner list. And actually this is only an image file, image placed into a SketchUp environment, and I would like to use the information from this image. I would like to manipulate this information, to see this information in our outliner as well in the project browser. And in order to do that, I have to turn this image into a separate group. So this could be done if I right click over this image and explode the image. Now actually this image is turned to a texture file, and you can see this if you go to the default tray into the material list. Here is our image as a texture. Now before to unselect this image file, I will right click again and will turn this information here into a group. Now I can see this group into the outliner list, and I can rename and give it a name again, Urban Plan JPEG. Click enter, and now I have all this information into a separate group. The next step will be to assign a tag to this group in order to manipulate this information later on. Here in the project base folder I don't have exactly the tag into which I could assign information here, so I will create a new tag into the project base folder, and this tag will be with the same name, Urban Plan JPEG. Click enter, and now I have an appropriate tag, and I can assign this picture to this tag. Now I can check if everything is done correctly, and now I can continue. The next step will be to scale this picture, but before that I have to make some measurements. But as you can see, I cannot see very clearly the picture. I cannot see the numbers, the lines, and in order to arrange this, I could go to main menu bar, to the menu window, and here in the program preferences, into the OpenGL menu, I have an opportunity to use maximum texture size or not by checking or unchecking this box here. I will check this box, and I will receive a warning from the program that probably this action will slow down my computer. But for now I'm okay, because later on, when I finish to draw our urban plan in SketchUp, I could go here and go back to the appropriate size of the textures. So when I finish, I will click OK, and now I can see very clearly all the lines, all the numbers, and the information from the picture. Now I will do some measurements in order to see what kind of scale we have here, and obviously the pictures is not in scale. So in order to adjust that, I will go into the group by double clicking over the picture. Now these lines here inform us that we are into this group, and now I can scale the image file to the appropriate scale. So here should be the distance should be 5000 millimeters or 5 meters. The program will ask us, do you want to resize the active group or an image file? Yes, I want to resize this file, and now probably we have an appropriate scale. I will double check this. The distance here is exactly 5000 millimeters, so we can say that now we have this picture, this image file, into an appropriate scale. So now actually we are ready to go ahead and to start drawing our urban plan. But before that I will lock this reference file in order to not move something by accident. Then I will use lines and faces and I will draw them over our reference file, and by this way I will create our project urban plan. So let's go. I will start drawing our urban plan from the top view in order to see in a better way what's going on. And now I will use a line tool in order to create a simple lines over our reference file. The line tool you can find here in the large menu toolbar, or you can tap L from your keyboard because it is a shortcut for line tool. And now by using start and end points, I will create these simple lines over our reference file. I will try to be precise in order to our model to be exactly as it has to be. And here is our starting point and our end point, and as you can see, SketchUp informs us that this is our end point, and by clicking here we actually close a loop of lines and we are forming a face. Now I would like all this shape, all these elements, lines, and this face to be in a group, in a separate group, in order to have the possibility to manipulate these elements, and in order to see this group here in our outliner as well in our project browser. So by double clicking over our face, I can select all the elements that will be in this group. Right click and SketchUp gives us an opportunity to make a group. Now we have a separate group which contain all the elements which represent our building plot. You can see this group here in the outliner, and I will rename this group, and this will be our building plot. Click enter, and now we have a separate group. The next step will be to assign a tag to this group, and because this is base information of our project, and later on we will create a 3D representation of our urban plan. Now for that reason I will put this group into our plot layout. So 1.1 is our tag for plot layout. So now I assign a tag to this group. The next step, and the most important, is to lock this group, and as you can see, when you select a group, SketchUp informs you by using these red lines here that this group is locked in order to not move by accident something in your drawings. So now we have our building plot, but actually, as you can see, I forgot something. I forgot about these limit lines, and if you are an architect, you will know very well that these limit lines actually form a space where exactly must be placed your building. So and these limit lines are placed exactly at 3 meters from each border of the plot. So in order to correct my mistake, I will go a little bit back and we'll draw these limit lines by using an offset tool. In order to do that, at first I will unlock our group, and then by double clicking over the group, I'm actually into a group. Now I can pick each line from this group, as well the face of the group. I will click F because this is a shortcut for the command offset from my keyboard, or I can use this icon here from my large toolbar, which is the same. So now, as you can see, SketchUp gives me an opportunity to pick a line and to offset another line from the first one. When you click, you can offset this line from inside or outside of your initial line. So in order to create our limit lines, I know that they should be exactly at 3 meters from the borders of our plot, so I will tap at 3000 millimeters in my keyboard and click enter. Now I have my limit lines exactly at 3 meters from the border of our plot. Now I will click spacebar in my keyboard in order to escape from the command offset, and the next step will be to click over escape button of your keyboard in order to go out of your group. So as you can see, we have our group with the border lines and limit lines exactly placed as they should be. I will lock our group and we'll continue ahead to create our adjacent plots, our roads and pedestrians here by using the same method, and each of these elements should be in a separate group in order to have the possibilities to manipulate an information if it is necessary. Each group should be named properly here in our outliner list, and each group must be assigned to a tag. As you can see, I don't have an appropriate tag here in our project base folder, so I will create a new tag with the name, let's say, additional elements of the urban plan, and I will assign this tag to each new element that I'm going to create, to the roads, to the adjacent plots, pedestrians, and so on. And if you want, you can follow the next steps. So we are ready for now, and we can go ahead to the next stage of our project. See you there.